It's Here First from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Primaries are a week away, and Polk County has launched a website so residents can learn more about water quality and their health. It's Tuesday, May 26th. The Democratic primary in Iowa's 1st Congressional District has two candidates trying to be their party's pick this fall. The winner of next week's vote will face off with one Republican and one independent candidate in the fall. Here's more from IPR's Isabella Liu.
Christina Bohannon is running for a third time in the 1st District congressional race. Last election, she lost to Republican Mariannette Miller Meeks by around 800 votes. Bohannon says she's focused on reversing Medicaid cuts made in the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill. She says she also wants to make Medicare available for people to buy into at any age.
So if people like their private insurance, great, they can stay with that. But Medicare would be a guaranteed kind of affordable option, and they would have the option to buy into that at a rate that makes sense for their income level.
Bohannon says going after corporate price gouging and pushing congressional ethics reform are also priorities. She's running against Travis Terrell, a patient access specialist at the University of Iowa. His priorities are pushing for universal health care, labor rights, and reducing barriers in the immigration system. I'm Isabella Liu, IPR News.
Along with cities and counties, Iowa's community colleges are preparing for the impact of the state's new property tax law. Here's how from IPR's Katerina Sostarek.
The 2% cap on revenue growth will also apply to 3 property tax levies that generate funding for community colleges. That'll be an estimated $4 million hit to community colleges in the first year, and there could also be an impact from other changes in the law. Emily Shields is executive director of Community Colleges for Iowa. She says colleges are starting to look at how to handle less revenue growth, which could affect tuition and program offerings.
We'll have to think about positions across the college. If people leave, do we fill those? Really taking a look at everything and ensuring that it's all necessary as we think about how to make this work.
Shields says the 1.4% state funding increase approved by the legislature also puts pressure on community colleges because it's not enough to keep up with rising costs. I'm Katerina Sostarek, IPR News.
Federal prosecutors are recommending Des Moines' former school superintendent spend 3 years in prison for falsely claiming to be a U.S. citizen and illegally possessing firearms. KCCI-TV reports prosecutors argue Ian Roberts broke federal law for more than 15 years and that a lesser sentence would fail to reflect the seriousness of the crimes. Roberts is a native of Guyana, had come to the U.S. on a student visa, and was given a final order of removal by an immigration judge in 2024. He'll be sentenced on Friday and is expected to be deported after serving his sentence. A new page on the Polk County Health Department's website connects people with information about water quality and its impact on health. The Know Your Water, Know Your Health campaign combines research from local experts like Polk County Conservation into one place. People can stay up to date with ongoing water quality issues. They can also learn how water systems are treated and how water quality impacts recreation and health. Health Department Director Julian Van Loo says water quality is an important issue that needs transparency.
In this campaign, we commit to really sharing what we know, sharing what the evidence base is already telling us, but also being honest about what we're still learning based on the emerging research.
Van Loo says they plan to update the website with new and current information. I'm Megan McKinney. Thanks for listening to Hear First from IPR Today. I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. I went home to Missouri, spent some time with friends and family. Glad to be back in Iowa. Have a great day.